Hello dear students, welcome to Devika's Commerce and Management Academy. Today we'll see working capital management, a little bit lengthy and small adjustments. That problem we'll see. So if you understand this problem, you can go ahead any kind of problems. Same pattern. A little bit more or less you'll find adjustments. Anyway, just focus for 5-10 minutes, you'll understand everything. Did you remember the last class working capital management problem, simple problem we have done? Did you remember the pro forma of working capital? If yes, then only come to this problem, otherwise no. Anyway, working capital, whenever we wanted to calculate, we just focus on the current assets. What are the current assets and current liabilities? Current assets minus current liabilities is working capital. Pro forma also we have seen the same thing. Now today's problem a little bit different. See, determine the working capital to a finance level of activity of 1,80,000 units. Okay, determine the working capital to a finance level of activity of 1,80,000 units. How many units are there? 1,80,000 units of output for a year. The cost structure is as under. What is the cost structure? They are saying raw material 20 per unit. Raw material 20, overheads 15 rupees, in 15 rupees including depreciation of 5 rupees. Okay, overheads are 15 rupees, depreciation is included, we have to deduct it, and direct wages 5. So altogether total cost is 40, and this is total cost. To that cost, if we add profit, then you'll get the selling price. So this is given to us, and also apart from this, some additional information, 6 points are there. Let us focus each and every point. First one, minimum desired cash balance is 20,000. Working capital pro forma, first in current assets we'll write the cash in hand. So that is cash balance, current asset. Next, raw material on an average for 2 months. Raw material is on an average of 2 months. 2 months only we have to calculate. In every point something is like this you'll find. Here they are saying raw material take only for 2 months, not for the entire year. So where is raw material? Raw material is 20. Actually how many units are there? 1,80,000. 1,80,000 into 20 into how many months? 2 months. That we are going to calculate. In the same way, work in process, assume 50% completion stage. Work in process is 50% only completed. Assume it. Okay. Will approximate to a half a month. This is raw material is 2 months. This is half month. Work in process. What is the value of work in raw material is 20. Work in process means 20 plus 15. 20 is raw material. And the second one is overheads is also related to the same process. No? So this is work in process is 35. Remember this. Okay, when we calculate the work in process, 1,80,000 into 35, and how many months they are saying? Half a month, means 0.5 by 12. Next one, finished goods remain in warehouse on an average for a month. Finished goods also here, goods are related to raw material and overheads only. Na? So finished goods also will take 35 rupees only, 1,80,000 into 35, and what they are saying, finished goods remain in warehouse on an average for a month. For a month means 1 month. Okay, next one, suppliers for materials extend a month's credit. Suppliers means creditors. Would you agree? How? When we buy some material on credit basis, whoever is giving that material, whoever is selling that material on credit basis, they are suppliers. They are suppliers. They are giving us material on credit basis. They are creditors. Suppliers are creditors. Future we are going to pay. Okay. Whenever you hear these suppliers means creditors. Now, suppliers for material extend a month's credit, and this is related to the suppliers. This point. And debtors are provided 2 months credit. Now here suppliers means here how much? Suppliers for what? Suppliers for material. suppliers for material. So we'll focus on 20 rupees only. When we want to calculate creditors, 1,80,000 into 20, because suppliers related to the material only. And how many months they are saying to extent of suppliers for material extent a month's credit. Month's credit means 1 month. This is 1 month. And this is over, suppliers are over. And debtors are provided 2 months credit. Debtors are provided 2 months credit. Who are the debtors? How do you get the debtors? Debtors also, total debtors are here. Leave about the debtors. 2 months credit. Cash sales are 25% of the total sales. Debtors means how do you get? When we sell the goods on credit basis, you will get the debtors. Now here total 1,80,000. Out of this, they are saying 25% of the sales are cash sales. 25% are cash sales. Means 75% only credit sales. Debtors value, if you want, I'll show you here. Debtors value, how do you get? Total it is 1,80,000. Out of this, they are saying cash sales are 25% of the total sales. 25% is cash sales. Means credit sales are 75%. Okay. So into 75%. If you calculate, you will get debtors amount. Are you getting it? Now debtors are 25% of the sales, and debtors are provided 2 months credit. 2 months credit only. So this into 2 months. 2 by 12. Okay, this you are going to calculate. Next one, time lag in a payment of wages for a month. Wages are there, no? Where is wages? It's here. Wages means payable. Payable. It comes under the current liabilities. So this wages are half month. Means 1,80,000 into 5 into half month. 0.5 by 12. Like you are going to calculate. Now what you have to remember out of this, for every transaction there is some kind of adjustment is there. Raw material. Raw material means when we are purchasing it, it is asset. Just remember the pro forma. First, as per the pro forma, cash in hand. Current assets you write. Current assets first cash in hand. Then after that raw material, work in process, finished goods and debtors. Right? Now here cash in hand is 20,000. Raw material is asset. And work in process, they are saying work in process. Work in process is also asset. Finished goods is also asset. Then after that, suppliers means creditors. Creditors is the liability. And debtors are asset. Like you have to remember, keep on talking with yourself only, so it will be very clear. Suppliers, it means creditors, it's a liability. Debtors, it's as a current asset. Okay. And in the same way, wages, payment of wages. Wages payment means it's a liability, current liability. Wages are here. Like you have some information. Now already I have done the problem. I'll explain it simply. Now first what we have to do, estimation of working capital. The problem is lengthy, so I have taken here 2 columns for amount. Particulars, amount in rupees. Particulars, first what we have to do, we have to focus on the current assets. When we have seen the problem, what are the current assets are there? Cash in hand, raw material, work in process, finished goods, debtors, right? So raw material, work in process, finished goods, debtors. These are the current assets we have. We'll focus on the calculations one by one. Then next, what else are there? Current liabilities. Current liabilities, what is given to us? One is suppliers. Suppliers means creditors. You can write creditors or suppliers, anything. And wages has to be paid. Where is wages? It's here, wages. Wages is not asset. Wages is payable. And overheads also payable. So wages, overheads, 3 are current liabilities. Now how we have done the calculations? Let's focus first. Minimum desired cash balance 20,000. We'll start with cash balance only. Current assets. We kept the heading. Current assets, first item what we have to write? Cash balance. So cash balance is 20,000, outer column. Next, raw material, work in process, finished goods. These three comes under the inner column. First, raw material. Raw material, what did they say? Raw material on an average for 2 months. How we have calculated raw material? Always take 1,80,000 units base. 1,80,000 into raw material cost is 20 rupees. 20 rupees. 1,80,000 into 20 rupees on an average for 2 months. 2 months we are taking 2 by 12. 2 months out of 12 months. Okay. So 1,80,000 into 20, and for how many months? 2 months. 2 by 12. It comes to 6 lakh. Then after that, work in process. Work in process, assume 50% completion stage. Will approximate half a month production. Work in process means, if you see raw material, work overheads, these two will be work in process. Wages will pay, it doesn't comes under the work in process. So work in process means they did not give you the amount. You have to understand 20 plus 15, both are under work in process. So 35 work in process. Now working process, what they are saying, 50% is completion and half month. Work in process here. Work in process, WIP. 1,80,000 into 35 amount, 35, and half month they are saying. Half month means 0.5 by 12. How much is completion? Assume 50% completion. 50% completion is given. That is why 50 by 100. 50%. 50 by 100. If this was not given as usual, 1,80,000 into 35 into 0.5 by 12, we could have done. Now here 50% completion, they said only will take the 50% only. So 50%. So all these calculations, if you do, you are getting 1,31,250. So this is work in process. Next comes to the finished goods remain in warehouse on an average for a month. Finished goods also, always remember, if you see this information, direct wages doesn't comes under the finished goods. We have only 20 and 15 only finished goods. Okay. So work in process or finished goods, both are 35 only. Okay. So finished goods are, they are saying on an average for 1 month. Finished goods 1,80,000 into 35 into on an average for 1 month. 35 into 1 month means 1 by 12. So it comes to 5,25,000. These three will total and we have written on the outer column. Raw material, work in process. Remember, raw material, work in process, finished. These three total and kept it on the outside. Next, what else is there? Debtors. Here, debtors. Debtors are here, they said 25% of the total sales. 25% is cash sales. 75% is, as I said, 75% is the credit, means debtors. So here debtors, I have written 75% of the total units produced. We are taking 75% only credit sales, right? So 1,35,000 into 35 rupees. 35 rupees means total debtors. Debtors means it comes to, once again, debtors are related to the raw material and overheads. So 35 we have taken. 35 into how many months they are saying? Debtors are 2 months. Okay. Can you see? Debtors are for 2 months. 1,35,000 into 35, 2 by 12. 2 months. 2 months out of 12. So it comes to 7,87,500. So all this total we are getting 20,63,750. This is total current assets. A bit. Next, let's focus on the B bit. B bit is current liabilities. Kept a heading. Current liabilities. What are the current liabilities? One is suppliers, one is wages, another one is overheads. First, let's focus on the suppliers. Suppliers you can write, or otherwise creditors also you can write. Suppliers are here, suppliers for material. So 1,80,000 into material, 20 into 20. Carefully you have to take, right? So 1,80,000 into suppliers for the material, no? So 20. This is suppliers for material, extend a month's credit. Month credit means 1 month only. Suppliers 1 by 12. So it comes to 3 lakh rupees. Next one, so we'll focus on the wages. Wages are here. time lag for a payment of wages for a month. Wages per month, 1 month they said. Wages are here 1,80,000 into wages are 5 rupees. 1,80,000 into 5 rupees. How many months? Wages for a month. And half month is for overheads. For wages it is month only. So wages 1 month means 1,80,000 into 5 into here. 1,80,000 into 5 into a month means 1 month. 1 by 12. It comes to 75,000. Next overheads. Overheads is half month this side. Overheads also payment, current liability. So overheads 1,80,000 into where is the overheads? 15. In 15, 5 rupees is depreciation is included. Depreciation is included. We have to deduct it, right? So supplier wage overheads. I have taken 10 rupees only because 15 minus 5 depreciation to be deducted. 15 minus 5. So I got 10. I have written here 15 minus 10. So this is 10 into 10. Overheads cost is 10 only, not 15 because depreciation is there. Into half month they said 0.5 by 12. Out of 12 months 0.5 only. So this comes to 75,000. Am I clear about this calculations? Any doubt? Slowly you have to understand. And what is the amount which is related to so and so, how many months we have to calculate, carefully you have to do. So current liabilities we have 3 only. This 3 total I have written on the outer column, 4,50,000. Current assets A bit is this much. Total current liabilities B bit is 4,50,000. Current assets minus current liabilities is working capital, we know it, right? So now I have written C bit. This is A bit current assets, B bit is current liabilities, and C bit working capital. How do you get working capital? A minus B. Current assets minus current liabilities. A minus B. So 20,63,750 minus 4,50,000. It comes to 16,13,750. So this is the working capital requirement. Am I clear? Very easy. Take a screenshot. I'll explain it once again. If you understand the problem, you won't say very easy. You'll say damn easy. Yes, such a easy problem, such a easy concept. Only you have to understand what it is. Working capital means in a problem you have to see, just remember the pro forma. What is the pro forma? First we'll write current assets and current liabilities. Under current assets, as per the pro forma, cash in hand will write. Then raw material and work in process, finished goods, debtors. These are the current assets. And current liabilities, any outstanding payments, like here you found wages, overheads, and also creditors payment we have to do. These 3 we found current liabilities. And for each and every item you have to see how many months, what is the calculation, and total units are given. Units are constant. Only at where debtors only we have taken, instead of 1,80,000 units we have taken 1,35,000 only, because the said 25% are cash sale, means 75% only credit sale. That we must understand. Like each and every point understand slowly. Talk to yourself. Okay, it means this. I have to write it at this place. That's it. Over. Finish. If you understood, let me know your feedback in the comment box. And do take your textbook right now. If you understood this, take your textbook, take out some problems, and slowly take a pencil and understand how they are writing and how we are getting it. Illustrations work out first. Then after that, exercises. After the chapter, some exercises you will find. Answer is also given. You can work out and you can check. Right? So stay connected. We'll focus on many more chapters, many more subjects. It's for you all at the rate of free of cost. I want you to study well. And I'm very happy that many students are sharing their results after writing the exam, before writing exam also. I'm very happy to hear. So stay connected. Don't forget to share these videos. Stay connected. Good luck.